Great Escape is a charming park near Lake George, New York, owned and operated by Six Flags. This park is located in the heart of the Adirondack Mountains, and while it doesn't feature a massive coaster lineup, the park does have several interesting non-coasters, plus a full-fledged water park with some great slides. So in this video, I will rank the top 15 rides and attractions at this theme park. Before starting the countdown, I want to note that this list will include a few defunct attractions, because I've been coming to this park for over 2 decades. I also want to note this list will not include either Steamin' Demon or Canyon Blaster. Both these aero coasters are much rougher than you'd expect and lack inspired layouts. I have a review on the latter, but again, neither coaster is good. This list will include several water slides though. You can make a case that the Hurricane Harbor Water Park is better than the dry side, and this is the main reason many people visit the Six Flags property. None of the water slides at the adjacent Six Flags Lodge indoor water park would make this list, but I do recommend that accommodation when you're in the area. Starting off this list at number 15 is Screamin Eagle. This is one of the best sets of Larson flying scooters out there. These ones seem to run a little bit faster than most, which allows for more movement and a nice breeze. You still won't get snapping though. And I like how this one is placed next to a hill to offer better visuals too. Number 14, Condor. This rare Huss flat ride is quite disorienting. It feels like an elevated scrambler as you spin high above Ghost Town. The views are extra nice because you're atop a hill. Number 13, Desperado Plunge. This aerodynamics log flume features a different layout that circles around the park's boneyard. You travel past some old ride parts and even the former show building for Nightmare. But you do get this little show scene before the ride's lone plunge with some animatronic sawmill workers. It's a really nice touch. That final plunge is quite small and not overly thrilling, but it's on par with most aero flumes from the time period. Number 12, Mega Wedgie. This tube bowl slide features a zippy initial plunge, followed by some fun spirals in the bowl. The first lap is the wildest by far because you carry the most speed. The subsequent ones are much slower as you crawl in a circle before exiting out of it. Number 11, Banshee Plunge. This tube slide is one of 3 tube slides on a hill. 2 of them are comically slow and boring, but Banshee Plunge really sneaks up on you. Because of its placement, you cannot see any of this slide until you exit. So the large and speedy double down catches most riders off guard, and that second drop can give some weightlessness. Number 10, Flashback. This Vekoma boomerang is one of the smoothest ones out there. So instead of worrying about getting a concussion, you can focus on the trio of forceful inversions you experience both forwards and backwards. Then you also have a tummy tickling plunge on the 2 spikes at the end of the attractions. Up next would have been Tornado. This old dark ride in Ghost Town was a super short and dated ride, but it still was an old school dark ride with a different theme than usual. You passed a town being ravaged by a twister. Number 9 may be confusing, but it's also named Tornado. This is the Pro Slide funnel slide located in the water park. This ride features a great initial plunge that gives a small pop of airtime, then you rock back and forth in that giant and visually stunning funnel. This is another short slide, but that first drop carries the experience. Number 8, Sasquatch. This 19-story tall S&S drop tower is relocated from Six Flags New Orleans, and it offers stunning views of the Adirondacks. You have 2 sides to pick from. The launch side offers only mild airtime at the top, but this ranking reflects the turbo drop side that shoots you down. This is the superior side. You get more time to appreciate the view, a sudden plunge, and a little bit of airtime too. Number 7, Extreme Supernova. This Zamperla Frisbee has been closed in all my recent visits, but it is one of the park's best flat rides when it's open. This attraction runs a long cycle with several quick pops of airtime. You get plenty of max swings on this one. This one doesn't offer much in terms of positive forces, but the abundance of airtime makes it notable. Number 6, Raging River. This Intamin River Rapids ride has a much longer layout than you may expect. It has a nice setting among the trees, and it travels quite a ways back from the midway. However, this ride isn't as refined as others. The water smells foul, and then you have some of the crudest effects I've ever seen. Rather than theming the water effects, this ride shamelessly makes a waterfall by poking holes in a hose, and later you're doused by a torrent of water coming out of a basic PVC pipe. Along with these extra effects, You also have several OK rapids scattered about the layout. You likely won't come off this one soaked, but you're going to likely get wet. Number 5. Blizzard. This indoor scrambler is a fun experience. It's not only one of the fastest scramblers out there with plenty of laterals, but the booming pop music and twinkling lights make the ride significantly more dizzying. The Northeast has quite a few of these indoor scramblers, which I talk about in a separate video, and it really elevates a basic ride into a can't-miss attraction. Number 4. Cliffhanger. This trapdoor slide stands 8 stories tall, and it drops riders straight down. The suspense before the plunge makes the experience, and the subsequent drop is fast, thrilling, and smooth. Number 3. Alpine Bobsled. This intimate bobsled may not be long for this world, given its rarity, poor capacity, and extensive downtime, all of which I cover in our review, but it is a solid experience when it's open. I love how you feel the cars lift off the track after these little dips along the layout. It is a really shocking sensation you can't get on any other ride. You also slide up quite a few of the turns. The one downside from a ride perspective is that the entries into the brake runs are quite jarring and really slam the bobsled side to side. If you see this attraction open, ride it immediately because it usually will break down. Number 2. Adirondack Outlaw. This fun time booster is the park's best flat ride and most thrilling attraction. Perched atop a hill in Ghost Town, this massive attraction offers breathtaking views of the surrounding mountains. Then the ride has plenty of thrills as you quickly rotate over the top. You consistently get one flip every pass, which is always a delight when you're that high above the ground. This one has some positive G's as well, but not as much as some of the other versions out there. Still, this is a fast and fun ride that also runs a pretty long cycle. Just beware this ride's capacity, which I note in its own review. Up next would have been Rainbow. This Huss flying carpet was an airtime machine. Every single rotation had me levitating on my seat, while also throwing me side to side. I also love this ride's placement at the front of the park, where Sasquatch runs today. And coming in number 1 is Comet. This wood coaster is far and away Great Escape's best coaster. Built from the bones of the Crystal Beach Cyclone, this double out and back layout features a sea of airtime hills. This ride doesn't run as fast as it used to, and as a result it does offer less airtime, but it still pops you out of your seat several times. Most hills offer weak airtime nowadays, but there are a few stronger bursts towards the end. Then the unbanked turns also offer some laterals for variety. And while this ride is running slower nowadays, it is still very smooth for an old wood coaster under Six Flags' care. Check out my review for my full thoughts on this ride. So that is how I rank the top 15 rides and attractions at Great Escape, both on the dry park and the attached water park. What are your favorite rides at this New York theme park? Do you like the mix of coasters, flat rides, and water rides? Let me know your thoughts down below. And remember, this park also has a great atmosphere that's not reflected in the ranking video here. If you enjoyed this countdown, I'd appreciate it if you gave this video a like, and you considered subscribing, because there'll be a lot more roller coaster and amusement park videos here at Canopy Coaster. Thanks for watching.